Hello, my friends. You know what's funny about doing my settings? Is that sometimes I'll set up the lights and stuff and I'll go like, oh, it's too bright, forgetting that I can just screw with the lighting settings in the editing process. So I can have it as bright as I need to in order to clearly see me. So little things like that. You're like, all right, I can just fix it in post. Anyway, before we talk about the episode, just a reminder that on October 17th, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here in the US, we are going to have a live stream. We're going to talk about Patreon. We're going to talk about what I'm hoping to have right when it starts. Maybe a better idea of when that would start. And just kind of workshop some stuff. And be like, hey, here's what's going to happen when the Patreon first kicks off. Here's what I'm hoping to have done within the first couple months. And then we'll go from there. So that's kind of just want to give you guys a heads up. That's going to be happening then. Starting in, so the idea is as soon as that would happen would be sometime in November. The soonest. An exact date haven't happened yet. So my sister's giving me some great ideas. Probably gonna sit down with her, chat a little bit, and figure some things out from there. Anything else to add about the channel? No, slowly catching up on Stargirl reactions. Still gotta record 2 more episodes, and then I'm caught up reaction-wise in terms of recording. And then I got to publish, I gotta edit. So lots of editing, and that's gonna have to take place. And then, like, hey, what about Supergirl? We'll get there. Anyway, and then, of course, one of them we'll talk about those later on in the month. But for this anime, this has been a very fun show. The animation style has been very fun and very different than what I'm used to. Yes, obviously, it's very similar to One Punch Man, but how artistic it gets, it just felt like some of the rules, like, yes, with One Punch Man there are some grotesque moments and some over exaggerations that I wasn't used to in some other animes. At the same time, you see this a lot more. I feel like a lot more kind of this anime is way more creative in terms of direction shots, in terms of like the color schemes, in terms of like the moments. I just find it a lot more creative. The intro is one of my favorite intros, visually speaking, ever. I love like some of the songs of like My Hero Academia and some other animes a bit more, but in terms of visuals, nothing has been able to top the kind of visual stunning and kind of uniqueness and kind of insanity that is the Mob Psycho 100 intro, for season 1 anyway. But considering how the show is, it makes sense. And of course the outro is really sweet, as usual. And yeah. What is that kind of thing? The more crazy an anime is, the sweeter the outro is, kind of thing. And the weirder the intro is. But yeah, so to talk about the anime itself, Ritsu's been kidnapped. Them still thinking that it's Shigeru, our mob. Mob and our blonde guy who needs to fix his wig are gonna go save him. Hopefully the other psychic kids who we've been taken to a secret facility. But I like how through this moment we got confirmation of why a middle school kid would be living by himself in an apartment. It doesn't make any sense. But I like how like we kind of got introduced to him. We got to see like this in one episode, this big fight. He's like a jerk. Mom takes him down a little bit. Of course, I think it's 2 episodes. But we're introduced like, oh, why is he living? Is he living by himself? He's kind of weird. It's odd. And then we learn last episode like, oh, I live by myself because of this Claw, who wants to make psychic super soldiers, and they have succeeded to some degree. But because that guy, who's a full-grown adult, was having trouble taking down Mob. But yeah, Mob... And someone pointed out that the 100% was probably animosity. So Mob is ready to fight to save his brother. Yeah, he's ready to fight. And he's got another really powerful psychic in his corner who's very adept at the kind of psychic, offense, kind of attacks. A little bit more than Mob is. So, anything else to say? No. Without further ado, there's a countdown timer on YouTube. That way you can follow along because there's no sound, partial image on YouTube. It the most part, keeps copyright Monsters of the Bay. Still have to figure out how they found my videos, though, on BitChute. I did, because all my One Punch Man videos got blocked on BitChute, which is a rarity, and irritating as all get out. But I wasn't the only one who got hit, so I gotta fix that eventually. Anyway, without further ado, countdown timer, you can't miss it. Let's dive in. I mean, you did. Spritz. Oh yeah, that was a bad move. Sorry. Yeah, because now I'm coming back to bite them in the butt. What is this with the striped skunky look to him? Oh, so he's... The scarring is interesting. Right here, right here. So usually when I'm recording these episodes, what I'll do is I'll watch them on Crunchyroll. And I'll use my recording software just fine because I use... What do I use as my browser? It's not DuckDuckGo. I forget what it's called. It's a third-party thing that kind of like, let me check it out. Oh gosh. Brave. I'm sorry. So I use Brave as my browser. And then DuckDuckGo is my search. So that's what I use. So it's been working fine so far. But I wonder if Crunchyroll did an update because of the increased popularity, maybe, of Brave or whatever, because now it's doing that thing again, because I didn't change my settings, but now it's doing that thing again where you can see the subtitles, but the visual for the episode has been completely blocked. So unfortunately, I have to now watch it on a third-party site. So that kind of sucks. I was trying to avoid that. I was like, oh great, finally, great, I can watch it on Crunchyroll, but now I've got to do that with KBK Euphonium, I've got to do it with this, I've got to do it with My Hero Academia, I've got to watch it on third-party sites, and I don't like doing that, but it's the only way I can record my episode footage at the same time. And gosh, it doesn't really affect everything, doesn't it? Dang it! The claw! Sorry. So scars is a very specific phrase for them. Oh yeah, and that guy has a scar too. They all have their scars. Ah, so they want to kill this powerful kid who beat this other guy because they don't want him to grow and, you know, get more powerful and raise up in the ranks. Fix your wig, sir. No, you goofball. Hanazawa. I'm not saying anything. I'm just like, I want to watch it because I want to figure out what happens. But yes, well, okay, he might help with the money and stuff. What's this behavior that he has? I guess we'll see. So they're all called scars. They're also what, certain levels, or That's those scars developed during their experimentation. We'll see. He got another psychic though, backing him up. They beat him up and they're dunking him. Oh, buddy, you're so sweet. Oh, his butt. He stripped him naked. Why? Why is the butt in the frame? Why? Oh, they are officially tiles. Oh. Now we're getting our description. That's pretty cool. Oh my gosh, he's turning blue. No, that's just super wham. I like how again, boom, simplified, just no detail. Ooh, she's probably new. This character supposed to be black or Indian, I can't tell. It's interesting how you see some of the designs, you're like, oh, you see how they get later applied to Mob Psycho 100. So these are all the people who went against the boss and won. Ooh, that's mean. Makes me wonder too, because these subtitles aren't Crunchyroll subtitles, I don't think. So I'm not quite sure if they'll be similar or different. That's a division leader. So they're, again, all different divisions. This is the 7th event. It's a big organization. Dang, you know it's gonna play a role next season too. It's got to. Oh, I forgot that was in the intro. That thing. That person. Sounds like a girl. They're also newbies. Oh my gosh, yeah, look at all their designs. They are applied later on to Mob Psycho. Oh, that's one of those scars. Ugh. He doesn't really have any. I really, really hope that he wasn't actually killed and they were just screwing with them to brainwash them, but I'm still terrified. Oh my gosh, they're levitating the car. We're not landing, buddy. But if not, he just freaking murdered a child! That's how evil they are. Is his wig gone down? I hope so. Very My Hero Academia. I'm still caught up with the fact that they just murdered a child. Okay, but it shows how evil they are. They don't care about hurting kids or murdering them. They really don't. He's so simple. So they all have kind of their special powers. Ooh! That was a hit to the gut. Again, when he's really dealing with force and other stuff, his knees like buckle in. It's odd. His is fascinating. Ooh. His is fascinating. All of them have solid colors, but Mob's powers are very prism-like. They have multiple colors. That's the hope. Halfway point. Ah! Okay, halfway point. So they kind of, for some reason, about after around episode 7, so after the halfway point of the first season, they stopped doing the kind of thing, and they just kind of Mob's like 100, boom, next to him. The one thing that I'm not a fan of using third-party sites is all those pop-up ads, but thankfully Brave is very good at shutting those down pretty quickly. Y'all, part of me really, really hopes that they just are mentally, psychically screwing with him and that poor boy is not actually dead. But we wouldn't put it past him. Ritsu clearly wants to escape, but he's the one who has like real like powers that can maybe do something. The others have sad little bits of something, but it's nothing to, you know, they can't really do a lot, but they just saw like if you can't do something you're gonna die, so they're terrified. And of course his beds look disgusting, gosh darn it. But I'm really, really hoping they are just screwing with the kids and they did not just murder the poor boy with the square head, because that was awful. I'm sure this fight will drag on for the next few episodes, really. I guess we'll see. I mean, it might drag on for the last 4, really. Because I think it says I saw 12 episodes this first season. But, this is intense. That's why I haven't been saying much. I'm sorry. I'm just like, whoa. Let's escape. God. You see how her design, the girl went into, like, the Psychic Sisters. What does? Brother just murdered in front of him. He can sense him? That's why I wondered about that. Nice! They were messing with him. Oh, it's good to know. It was a good thing. Yeah. That's how their powers work. And they need to say the little brother. Ritsu, honey. He doesn't care. Guess he does have kind of mom's face in a lot of ways. Do you, boy? Not very good. Yeah, by whom? Little bit, probably like a handful of minutes. Man. Oh, I guess he does. They're not really that powerful, though. Yeah, you can. Ooh, we made them mad. I like how he's luring them away. Is that a camera there that's trying to pull them out of sight? Yeah. Hey, that worked. He didn't need dimples for it. I wondered that. I saw that. He's a little cute. He's not. I like a little bit of the I like a little bit of the details with like there's a small part of the building and then you can see like vines growing around it. Smart kid. No, that wasn't telekinesis or any of that. Ugh. Yes, yes. It's good to know. I guess the only reason he was able to possess to some degree Ritsu is because we're too let him. Oh, there's some real power in her. Okay, I'll have they cross paths. It'd be really fun for that. And they're all kind of running around this maze of a building. He hides it well. So those are, yeah, totally all the grunts. They gotta wear uniforms. Is that my phone? Oh, I guess it was. Powerful kid, isn't it? Yeah, you did. Yeah, cheat. You just talked about yourself. Oh, the other guy, yeah. They're all sadistic people, aren't they? I mean, they've been brainwashed, but they're also just sadistic now. What is that thing? Why is my phone beeping? Why is that thing? Alright. Who's gonna go with who? Okay. Is a scar coming our way? Yes, it is. Ah, that jerk. Yeah, but Mom's ready. And we're in a very confined space with another Esper backing him up and a possessed... Mm-hmm. Dude's out of his mind. Oh, I love it when it does that. Again, his aura is very prismatic. Like, his is purple. He's ready, buddy. He knows your moves. Told you, easy, small, confined space. Dang. He's so cute. He's here to save his brother. He's not here to mess around. Good grief, that girl's like... Pfft. Oh, we reached the end. Cool. So, the scars are... I'm gonna try to remember. They're either scars on every division or they're just scars in general. I'm kind of curious about that. I'm trying to wrap my head around that a little bit. I think I'm going to end it here because I do have a couple of things to get to. So I think I'm just going to react to this, react to the My Hero Academia episode, and then move on. Like I said, I've requested off for the next few days after tomorrow, or after Monday. Next few days off, well, 2 of the days off to get stuff done for the house, but also this will allow me a chance to get ahead with Stargirl, finish recording all of Stargirl that's been aired so far. Boom, to go on an editing spree with that one. And then once Stargirl's kind of all good to go, then I'll just do what I had decided to already do for Supergirl, and then kind of go from there. But yeah. Now this outro isn't like the cutesy little like soft songs that sometimes these really intense crazy ones. This one's a bit more actiony, a little bit cooler, but I like it. Ooh, he gets beat up, but ooh, dang. Not only will he eventually encounter, then I'm assuming they'll obviously encounter the rest of the claws, but they will also encounter the heinous leaders. So I was kind of right where the last 4 episodes of this season, or last handful of episodes of this season, are going to be focused on their time there. So I was originally going to watch 2 mob episodes back to back, but then ended up deciding not to, simply because I had the issue with Crunchyroll and some other things I had to deal with. And that kind of, well, I don't know, 9, 10, 11, 12, might as well. Yeah, no, I think I'm just going to dive into episode 10. Might as well get that done, and then, 11 and 12. Maybe. We'll see how that goes. Nah, never mind. I'm not going to do that. Anyway, so since the Mob Psycho episodes come out one at a time versus My Hero Academia ones, this episode was actually a lot of fun. I didn't say a lot. I was just kind of really drawn in. But this series is definitely a fun series. It's never not been a fun series for me. It takes me a while to kind of get used to, like, sometimes styles or pacing or whatever, but it's still a very, very fun series. I'm very glad I reacted to it. I just wish I could watch it on Crunchyroll like I want to, but because of just how, I guess, Crunchyroll updated their kind of software, that I can't do that right now, which sucks. I really wish that wasn't the case. Anyway, I really have nothing else to say. This episode was just, it was fun. You got some great team-ups. You're seeing Ritsu really kind of come into his own with his powers. You also kind of see that intelligence of him, like he's very situationally aware of things that maybe Mob isn't. So it's really working out well for him. Now the 2 boys are kind of meh, but they're actually, with the girl, she has an aura to her. An aura that the other 2 really don't. So the girl does have a certain level of psychic power, enough that you can see the aura, her little white aura. So that's really cool. So she's a little bit more powerful than the others, I would argue. I haven't really seen the twins. The twins, I guess, powers aren't as strong to some degree. But it's good to know he's alive. I don't think I was really expecting him to be dead. I probably would have been more devastated. Like, he murdered a kid. But I definitely, this was a fun episode. But I like how Ritsu he didn't remember theirs, but he kind of knew their powers. So having those 2 go first kind of made it seem like, oh, they're not only not that powerful of kids, like in front of the camera, made them underestimate, and then he lured them in away from the camera and was able to tap into his powers, take them out. And so on camera, at least a little bit, you see very powerless kids getting beat up maybe by their trainers. And so that was really smart as Ritsu's plan, kind of to put their not their good foot forward, but their bad foot forward. Anyway, I don't think I have much else to say. This was a fun episode. That's kind of it. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, share with your enemies, and I'll see you next time.